Alright, I'm glad I checked. The microphone was off. Now it's back on. Or so
Or
I've
so
been
you've been
told.
told.
Oh no! So,
Oh no!
welcome. Thank you all for coming. We are doing our third video in the series where we pretend amusement park closes in the present year. This is supposed to be part 2, but when I heard the news about California's Great America, okay, that's next. But now
Yeah,
we're
we
finally
just
doing
had to
my
make.
unofficial home park, Six Flag America. It'll be the first Six Flags park in the series, and what we do is we look at RCDB and at all the roller coasters. We figure out which park that roller coaster would be most at home at. We still try to hit it in the
Correct.
ballpark of reality, but like other than that, there aren't really any limits. You can bring it wherever you think makes sense, and we try not to sell it or scrap it if at all possible. If at
Well,
all possible. That should be a hint
and that
about
goes
what I'm going
for
to do.
a lot of the coasters at Six Flag America.
Well, let's take a look. To get started, we're going to need to get started. So let's go alphabetically. Batwing. Now, if I were to buy Six Flags America at some point, you know exactly where it's going to go. Not that I don't like it. It's one of my favorite rides there. First or second favorite. I always enjoyed my opportunities to ride it. But the only reason why I wouldn't
Not
want to be the person operating it
its
is
reliability is just like
its reliability. Yes, absolutely. It's not great. Although that seemed to not be the case for our recent trip there. It was pouring rain in
actually,
our
yeah.
last hour, and it worked fine.
And we got a rain ride on Batwing.
That was quite something, I remember. Uh,
Yeah,
so somehow,
quite the experience.
somehow they've been able to keep it going until now, and I'm impressed with that. I really am. So
Yeah,
now let's think about it. Uh, every other Vekoma Flying Dutchman, two of them were relocated. Firehawk from Jog Lake to Kings Island, and Stealth from Paramount's Great America to Paramount's Winds. Now it's called Nighthawk. It's still operating, and this is the better one of the two that's still operating. So let's
yes.
think about it. It could go to any
Or so
park
we've been
that doesn't
told.
have a flying coaster. So that limits Magic Mountain, Great America over Georgia, and I almost said New Jersey. Six Flags Great Adventure. So it wouldn't work
Six Flags
there.
New Jersey.
And I recommend bring it not too far away from the park, just because the more distance there is, the more likely something's going to get damaged in the process. So it'd be useless. I would have loved to seen that Ultra Twister at the park. Right here, right here. This unknown thing.
Yeah,
That's the Ultra
yeah.
Twister from Astro World.
Honestly, it would honestly probably be one of the best coasters at the park if it
Exactly.
were built.
That would have been amazing. But then it
But they're just like,
broke.
whoops,
Uh,
oops, it broke.
sorry,
Sorry.
time to say goodbye. Well, sorry, Six Flags. You'll need to please try again with that. And I have an answer for where Batwing will go. It will go to Darien Lake. Where, uh, Darien Lake. And usually always start with Aerolooper going to Worlds of
And
Fun,
as
but A,
that
it's
has a I
but
like
A, we don't
how
have an
Darien
Aerolooper, and
Lake
B, this is
has a
not
clone of
super.
has the original Ride of Steel, which was cloned to
Oh
Six
yeah.
Flag America. They kind
Oh
of mirror
yeah.
each other a little bit.
They are mirror images. Uh, this is the equivalent of the
No, like
straight
the
track.
parks mirror a little bit. Yeah, the
Uh,
straight track over the
yeah.
water, which actually makes sense. Meanwhile, on the one at Six Flag America, it's just over a patch of grass.
How expensive
I mean, there's
would
some
it have
trees.
been to put an extra speed hill there? How expensive?
I mean, yeah, considering how good the one that follows is, then
Yeah,
like
this
I
hill,
wouldn't
even
complain.
as is my favorite part of the ride.
Yeah, me
Absolutely.
too.
Uh, now, where would we put Batwing. Probably like over Fun Lake or this lake, which is probably the Darien Lake, or maybe over here or somewhere. It could be like where Nighthawk would be, like it's above some water. Seems pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
because
the best
Nighthawk
place
is
I
above
can
the
think
ground.
of.
Org Assimilator.
Next is ooh. Now, if I owned Six
Mm.
Flag America, obviously this is
Destroy it
we need to destroy Firebird and give up.
and give up.
But this isn't like my
Fortunately,
ultimate
we can't do that.
dream video. This is like where could they most likely go? And I have an answer.
Realistically, where could it go?
Bring it back to Great America.
Back
I don't care.
home?
That has never been done before. Although you could argue that with Olympia
But then you'll
looping.
ruin their perfect track record of not having a bad coaster.
Good point.
Unless you count 40 free spins as bad airtime, Mike.
Oh well, I thought Airtime Mike said, "I love 40 free spins. They're the greatest, man." At least that's what I heard in Airtime Thrills video. I love 40 free spins. They're the greatest. I'm sure he's so happy at King's Dominion right
Yeah,
now.
he would be so happy. Yeah, his home park got one.
His
He must
home
be
park.
ecstatic about that.
Yes, but where else would Firebird go? Well, Magic Mountain already has a fortress. We don't want to bring it back to Great America. That wouldn't make sense. Fortress. Uh, this already has a stand-up model, although it doesn't really have a fortress. But
St. Louis is an okay choice, I think.
I'm actually holding St. Louis for later. Here's an idea: bring it to Laurent.
Have it be the replacement for Superman Eggy.
Yeah, exactly. Superman Eggy.
Since they neglected to build a repair, literally, it's still in storage. I saw it myself. There's just
That's right.
tracks, like in the, just like
This would be an
they're just there on the
improvement.
ground.
This would be an improvement.
Honestly, yeah,
Not by much, though, but it is a better ride. Whereas
not by
Green
much,
Lantern,
yeah. But
whereas
it
Green
did
Lantern First
improvement over
Fook
Green
was
Lantern.
probably the worst coaster in the world. Remember that? Green Lantern First Fook.
Yep.
Number 1. Green Lantern First an Intamin Zack spin at Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. It was painful, uncomfortable, it wasn't fun, and I actually thought it was dangerous, which is why it's great. It's been standing but not operating for 2 seconds.
Green Lantern first.
Alright, I'll temporarily
Oh,
put here, it may or may not last, we'll get back to it later. Great Chase. I already have an answer that. Easy. If you see my King's Dominion video, you know that the best place for it is Six Flags over Georgia.
oh yeah, yeah. Because they don't have a solid family coaster, and they need one, or a
They
solid
have a
kiddie coaster.
family coaster,
They have a
but
family
they
coaster.
don't have a
Joker of
kiddie
Funhouse.
coaster. Kind of a
Yeah,
difference to me.
I think Great
Not
Chase
going
would.
by
I think Great
RCDP's
Chase would
definition, but
do a good job of filling that gap.
yeah, I finally have a good first coaster. Next one,
Yes.
Joker's Jinx. Let's think about
Mm.
this one. Magic Mountain already has full throttle. Fiesta Texas already has something.
They have Poltergeist, which is literally a clone of
That's
Joker's
that's
Jinx.
right. This and this already have Mr. Freeze,
And Over
but
Texas
not
has
for
Mr.
long.
Freeze, yeah. But not for long. Or so we've been
Or
told.
so we've been told. Let me think. Discovery Kingdom has a Skyrocket 2. That's something by Premier Rides. It's not a perfect candidate, but it is a candidate for like a full. I mean, it is full circuit, but like a lengthy launch coaster.
Yeah, it's hard to say because Great
Great
America
America has Max
has
Force.
they have V2 and yeah, Max Force. V2 and Max Force. And
Laurent
those
doesn't have a
are
launch either. Uh, Deer Lake has a mild launch. New England doesn't have a launch, but you know where it would be like perfect? I'm not sure how much space New England has, so let's bring it to Sesame,
Batman and Robert.
please.
I was gonna say yes, Sesame Place.
Yeah, it could be like a spiritual successor to Batman and Robin. Where's Jersey Devil? They
Batman
still
and Robin the Chiller 2 Electric Boogaloo.
they can even call it
I
that if they
think the
want.
old
That's
plot
fine.
is right by the Dark Knight.
This is the old plot. I believe.
Yes.
Yes, that's there.
Yeah,
Now,
Justice League.
now that we're kind
No,
of
wait.
halfway through,
I like the idea of putting it at Sesame Place. I think you should do that.
uh, sure. Where's Sesame Place?
It's
Wait,
in
wait a minute.
Langhorne.
Wait. No!
Well,
Sesame Place.
Sesame.
If I ever go there, that will be a premiere, without a doubt. I I
Oh
think it
yeah.
deserves it. It's a premier
Honestly,
park.
yeah.
Now that we're halfway through, as you can see, I'm in a new environment right here. I now live in Westport Hall at University of Sployne. It's massively better than Prince George's. There's a bedroom here, another bedroom there, and our own bathroom, which is great, and a whole kitchen complex. And they had a street sign event recently, so I got my home street, their Red Boulevard.
At the Boulevard.
That's pretty cool. And my roommates, I have Noah again here. His bed is over there. And in that bedroom, there's Skik Joop. Every morning he wakes up and says, I'm looking for the big story. What does he do when he watches an adult video? Don't tell him I
I'm
said
looking
that.
for the big story.
Don't tell him I said that, please. And we made a friend. It was originally supposed to be us three, but then there was a fourth trying to find a room to get assigned to. And guess what? His last name is Derek.
What?
I don't think I told you, and I should have. Derek and I go to the same university, by the way.
Yes.
He decided to roll at University of Sployne in Sployne, Maryland, as locals say.
Maryland.
Noah decided to go
Yes.
home for the weekend. I believe Skik Joop is it's at the table right now, and I believe Steven is downtown having late dinner with his friends. My workload is actually alright so far, but not for long.
Not for long.
And Derek decided to go home for a weekend too. Otherwise, we would do this together in like one
Yeah.
place. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We should definitely do that for our next episode. That's going to be really cool. He's in the new Somerset Hall. Brand new
Yeah,
building.
It got renovated recently, and I think it looks really good.
I watch it being renovated.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What do you think of
I
it
mean,
so far?
I think they did a great job with the renovations, you know. It's really clean. It kind of feels like an older building, but
They
also
did that on
not,
purpose.
which is really weird. Yeah.
And it's close to the library and the store.
Yeah.
Cafeteria is not too far away. I'm very close to the convenience store and the commuter lounge. Those guys are awesome. And of course, the rooms are like huge. I don't need as big of a meal plan because I got some ingredients to make my own sushi. And I remember the last week I made some sushi. Derek and I shared some, and we watched Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which we like to call Fantastic Bitches and How to Nail Them. Fantastic
Which
Bitches
we
and
like
How
to call.
which is actually a part of the Harry Plopper universe. Not Harry
Yes.
Potter, Harry
Harry
Plopper.
Plopper.
I am a big Plopper head. Yeah, that was a fun bit. Now back to this. That was kind of like a halftime show. What's next? Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Now, you know exactly where it's going to go if I own the park. It's going to go here. It's going to go here. We're going to take it to the harbor and dump it in the sea.
We'll take it to the harbor and dump it in the sea.
That's gonna pollute the ocean, though.
Who cares? As Bill and Ben said in Thomas
you're
at one
right.
time, we'll take it to the harbor and dump it in the sea. Someday I should do, like, a second version of each one of these videos with, like, my dream video. No limits to your imagination. Just bring it wherever you want.
Scrap.
Yes, The worst seat gets scrapped. Make a clone of Superman right here, so we can basically walk to it and ride it all we
Yes.
want. We're scrapping Batwing. Joker's Jinx also put here. That's fine. Great Chase will still go to over
Yeah.
Georgia. Wild One we'll bring back to Massachusetts.
Yes. At its old home in Paragon Park.
Yes.
And we'll rename it to Giant Coaster.
Absolutely. Oh, you're saying Paragon Park doesn't exist anymore? Do I come to your house and tell you what to do with your life? So, Mind Eraser, the problem is, almost every park has either a Batman the Ride clone or a Vekoma giant pile of garbage. With the exception
No,
of
that
a very small local park near Albany, New York.
Great Adventure.
Great Adventure! No, they have a Batman the Ride clone. Although they did the same thing with LaRonde. Well, let's just bring here. What's funny about this is that the SLC serial thriller from Astroworld was put into Grayscape storage for 4 years.
They didn't build it, and so they moved it to LaRonde.
Yeah, very strange.
Why?
They already had the best of the two. They didn't need another.
And by the way, Ednor is garbage.
I really wish you could have written Mind Eraser so you could confirm which one of those two is worse.
I know.
I really wish.
Which sucks because I have to go back there to ride the worst coaster at the park.
I'm Six Flag America.
And this is up to you.
Wow. That's how bad it is, because we keep complaining about it rather than talk about the fact that it's been SPNO for half a month, if not more. Something is happening with that ride that they're not telling us. So, it's gonna be... I'm gonna have mixed feelings if it closes, if Derek never got the credit. Once he gets the credit, go ahead, do whatever you want with it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll throw a party.
I want to ride it, but only for the credit. After that, do whatever the hell you want with it.
What else do you have to say about Theme Park Crazy's worst coaster? It's actually my third worst. The other two are Time Fook and Fook Dick in Canada's Wonderland, which are right next to each other. That's Time Warp
Gotta
and
keep
Flight
the shit
Dick.
contained.
What?
Gotta keep the shit contained.
Gotta keep the shit contained. Absolutely. So this is assuming that it's still operational, which I don't know if it is or not. I'm not a roller coaster engineer. Being a future civil engineer myself, I fail. I make it funny. I am stupid idiot. No, I'm not stupid. It's just that civil engineering was too hard for me. But not for long. Okay. Ragin Cajun. Easy. End of story.
Yes.
Alright, let's think about this. New England always has a spinning coaster. Or gave something to Great Adventure.
St. Louis, over Texas, and Fiesta, Texas all have spinning coasters.
That's right.
Discovery
I always
Kingdom
thought
has one.
Pandemonium at Fiesta, Texas would be better at over Georgia. Like, it's a fun coaster. They could use it. And with Fiesta, Texas, I feel like you shouldn't just put clone stuff there. Like, it should be custom. It should interact with the quarry wall. And you need the space for other things.
I don't think Magic Mountain has a spinning coaster, do they?
I don't think so. I mean, there is Sierra Sidewinder and Knott's Berry Farm an hour away. But,
I mean, I feel like Raging Cajun would be different enough. Because one is a mock, the other is a Zamperla.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's try that for now. And where do you put it? Well, it's a small capacity ride.
On the parking lot!
You know what? I was thinking just put in your Scream. It's harder to find, so there'll be fewer people there. Sure, make it even harder to find than Scream. Why not?
For a tiny spinning coaster.
For a tiny spinning coaster. 6 flags! More flags, more fun!
More flags, more fun!
Six flags. Next is... Oh,
Whoa!
we have a first for this series. I see no reason for Roar to continue. I mean, our last ride was actually decent. But maybe it was a fluke or it's just
Yeah.
warming up. Possibly. Like,
Possibly.
it's not like huge, but it's kind of big. There's so much wood there. The cost of transporting it would be almost the same as just building a new one from GCI
Yeah.
if that's what they want. So,
If
I am
if
100%
any park
serious
wants
about
a new
this.
GCI, they should just buy one.
It's a just buy one. Just buy one. You already got rid of
Buy
GCI's
one
first coaster.
from the ground
What
up.
damage would you make for demolishing the second? Yes, I would love to see it RMC'd, but like the park is closing in this scenario. So, and I am 100% serious about this, by the way. There's a playground during our regular trips to Annapolis. There's a playground right here. I forget what it's called. Newman Street Park. Just bring it there, cut it down to wood chips, and use the wood chips for the playground. No, I'm 100% serious. Laugh if you want, but this is actually a serious proposal.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Of course not. Just use his wood chips for Newman Street Playground. Exactly. It's
Yes.
just 16 miles away, and we're still going to do this. But here's another thing. The trains. Where do they go? Well, since we haven't given
on another GCI. On another GCI. On another GCI. No, I said not on a GCI would make sense.
Oh, not on GCI. I didn't hear that bit. In that case,
Why would you put PTC trains on a GCI? They have their own trains now that are
Oh,
much better.
I didn't hear that bit. So, you could donate them to Thunderbolt. Easy.
Interesting.
Easy. Hopefully they run well on the track. I mean, Great American Scream Machine did use the old Georgia Cyclone trains, and I heard that hasn't been working in its favor. But it's Six Flags. Just try it. Just try it. So that's our first scrapping of the series. I literally do not care if I ever get to Ragin. Well, it's been improving, so maybe a little bit, but
I mean,
why would you
they
relocate that?
retracted recently, but like,
not too much of a loss. Okay, next is Superman Ride of Steel. The problem is, every other park either has a hyper or can't have one. Discovery Kingdom has a height limit. Magic Mountain has Goliath, as much as Goliath is a mediocre coaster. Mexico has Superman El Último Escape. Fiesta Texas, you kind of want to have a custom one there. Over Texas has Titan. Great America has Raging Bull. And then there's Goliath, Ride of Steel. Well, Goliath kind of works there. Nitro. But we've missed one. They don't have a hypercoaster, and they could probably use one. What do you think?
I think so, yeah. Oh,
It just makes sense.
I think they could use one.
They do have lots of wooden coasters. They do have a Mr. Freeze clone and a Batman the Ride. You can just put it there. Oh wait, that's Batman and Joker. Oh, perfect! I didn't even plan that.
Yes.
You could have it go this
Good
way.
job.
I mean, the people here might complain, but what do you expect? It's an amusement park.
If you don't want noise, then don't buy the house right next to the amusement park.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably not used to having a big hypercoaster there, but whatever.
Whatever. It's their problem.
It's their problem now. Six Flags! More flags, more fun. And last is Wild One. This is an interesting one. One candidate was
Bring
Magic
back to
Mountain because they don't have...
Massachusetts.
Bring it back to Massachusetts! Six Flags New England. Obviously, Magic Mountain already has a
Either that
wooden coaster.
or replace
it's a new
Wildcat
one.
at Lake Compounds with Wild One.
That would actually be a decent trade. Fiesta Texas doesn't have a wooden coaster anymore. Let's take a look. I'm not sure if the answer is yes or no yet.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they could. I don't think they could really fit it in anywhere because, Like, it's really built for
Yeah.
flat terrain, and Fiesta Texas doesn't have a lot of available flat terrain. And I wouldn't put it to Over Texas either, because they have Judge Roy Scream.
That's right. Let's see. There's St. Louis already has American Eagle.
No, 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 no.
This already has what was it called? I should know what the double wooden coaster is called at Great America, but
American Eagle.
I am stupid, idiot. American Eagle. Did I say American Eagle here too? I mean, there's American Thunder and
There's American Thunder and Screamin' Eagle at St. Louis, and then
Screamin'
American
Eagle.
Eagle is at Great America.
Okay, darn it, Six Flags. Okay,
Why
what
do you
else?
have to make things so confusing, Six Flags?
Ocean City. All right.
He's done it. He's figured it out.
It's the playground in Annapolis where Ford is going to go. That's so far. That's the funniest one. That's 100% serious. You know what? I would say sell it.
Oh man.
No, wait a minute.
Honestly, Wild One might be good at Six Flags Mexico.
Let's see.
I don't think they have a wooden coaster.
Not anymore.
After they got rid of... Yeah, not
What's
anymore.
this? Oh, it's Batman
They
the
aren't
Ride.
seen Medusa.
I've become with SLC this time. Let me think.
Interesting.
Surprisingly, there's a good right angle here. Seems like a service road. Oh,
You could
let me see
probably
how
fit it in, like, sort of
this
towards
is
the
like
edge
sort of bumpy, but maybe they can build some extra wood or flatten it out a bit. I can see that happening. What's this over here? Oh, it's a Superman Krypton coaster. Yeah, they can easily just build an access path right here. It would
Don't
actually
be confused by Superman Krypton Coaster at Six Flags Fiesta Texas,
Correct.
the B&M
That
Floorless
would actually
coaster.
be less of a
That
walk
one
than
is completely
American
different.
Eagle or Judge Roy's Scream. Easy.
Yeah,
Works every time.
every time. This is the first time we're doing this.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a minute.
Didn't
I mean, there's supposed to be 10 bullet points, but oh wait, one of them is the park itself. Okay, so playground. 1, 2, which is trains. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
park do we?
There we go. I mean, not all the Six Flags parks are going to get something. So, let's see. I feel like there's one extra
We gave
bullet point.
Raging Cage.
What?
Are we giving to Great America?
What? Oh, did I put that there as a joke, but then forgot to take it out?
I think so.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Playground. 9, and then playground. Where the mulch is gonna go. Throw Roar to the wood chipper. Let's review. Ragin Cajun will finally be Magic Mountain spinning coaster, something that they don't have yet. Six Flags St. Louis will finally get a hyper coaster. Six Flags over Georgia will finally get a kitty coaster.
We'll get a kitty coaster.
Six Flags Mexico will finally
get
get
a
a wooden
plastic
coaster.
pudding.
A classic wooden coaster, too. Deer Lake will get Batwing, which works there. LaRonde will get Firebird. Great Escape will finally get that Vekoma SLC. Not that it's too much to celebrate, of course. New England will get
Yeah.
some spare trains. And Six Flags Great Venture will get an apology present for Batman Robin the Chiller. And Roar goes to the playground. I'm sorry, I just can't stop thinking about that.
Rowan goes to the playground.
Or goes to the playground. Yeah, this would be somewhat productive. I mean, I sure hope the park improves.
I mean, yeah.
before
I
this.
mean,
I want it to get better.
I think honestly, I think it's a park that has a lot of
like,
potential,
look-
especially with the area that it's
look at
in. Like,
this.
it serves the Washington and Baltimore
Wait,
metropolitan
that's a playground.
areas.
Look
It has
at
a
this.
huge draw.
Look at this
It has a
That's
huge
DC.
draw of population.
There's a metro station right here. You could use that to access the park with just a short Uber ride. I mean, look at this. You have Washington. You have Baltimore. You have Westport. If you want to go a little bit further, Philadelphia, Richmond. It's in such a great area. People
More
would rather
people
go
from
to
the
King's
DC
Min,
area
Busch
go
Gardens,
to
or Great
Hershey
Adventure.
Park and King's Dominion.
Twice we planned a trip to Six Flags, but then we decided to go to Hershey Park instead. Once in July of 2020.
Yes.
The second one in July
Twice.
of 2022 because we heard Wildcat was closing. So two
Almost
of our
exactly
friends,
2 years apart.
almost exactly 2 years apart. Two of our friends said they'd like to do an emergency trip to Hershey Park. That's not what they call it,
An
but
emergency.
an emergency trip to Hershey Park. That's what my video is going to be called. I actually haven't started on it yet.
Police
I
haven't
should.
responded to an emergency. No, they haven't. They
Responded
responded to an emergency.
situation. We know it's
We
an
know
emergency.
it's an emergency.
Everything
shit.
Yeah, like, look, people would rather go further away than here. You need to improve the park. Do you want it to be competitive?
Yes.
I don't understand. How did you keep this one but sell some like Six Flags Darren Lake?
What
If
they
you
did
don't
is
want
they-
it, give it to SeaWorld or me.
At first, what they did was they acquired Darien Lake, and then they dropped Darien Lake, and then they reacquired Darien Lake.
Really?
They did the same exact thing with Frontier City.
That's right.
They were Six Flags parks, then they weren't Six Flags parks, and then they were Six Flags parks again.
I don't understand.
It makes sense.
Make it make sense.
Prioritize your parks.
Why couldn't you just use that money to give us a Max Force clone or an SNS free spin or just something?
I know.
Something.
Like, an
anything.
SNS free spin would actually be a great fit at this park.
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
I
it
can't
feels like
I
it's
can't
next at
speak
Six
on-
Flags over Georgia, but it's
I can't.
alright.
Yeah, I think so.
I've
I
ridden
can't
two,
speak on the
it's
ride
alright.
experience.
Like
Yeah, I can't
What?
speak on the ride experience. I haven't ridden any of them.
now that we're done
So-
with the relocation, where would the free spin go, and what would it be called? The Sky Coast is now a Harley Quinn. That would actually be a unique
I feel
name
like-
for a free spin. Think
feel
about it with
like-
that purple and white
Hmm.
track. Well, sorry,
I
not
don't feel
anymore.
like a lot of people really go on Penguin's Blizzard River.
There was
And
a long
that's a
line when I
decent
was there
plot of
in
land.
May, but that's because it broke down. But it's an alright ride. The guy in the station is actually more fun and energetic than the actual ride. So props to him. Wow, from
Yeah.
here, Joker's Jinx looks like an
I
absolute
rode it
mess.
forever ago. I barely remember it. It was alright. Yeah.
A free spin could easily work here. Like, look at that. There's nothing. There's nothing here. Well,
There's nothing.
except Batwing.
It's just a patch of grass.
Like, seriously, all this here, couldn't you just move that, like, 20 feet to the right? Like, what were they thinking? Did it have some plans to expand here, but then the CEO at the time was like, no, 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 no,
That's
no,
where
no.
Maybe that's where they were planning to put the Ultra Twister. But then they were like,
Oh.
broke.
It,
Sorry.
it
I have to
broke,
say goodbye.
but we never even said hello to it! Astroworld will, well, not Astro itself, but the decline of it will never ever make me not angry. You know what else will never not make me angry? Selim Bassoul. Please
Yes.
resign. You don't care about the prosperity of Six Flags, and that's fine. You don't have to support them if you don't want to. But if you don't want to invest in the
But
parks,
why are you?
why are you
is
the
he-
CEO?
He's literally running the park like it's a freaking shopping mall. He's running every single one of the parks like they're shopping malls. They are not shopping malls.
If you
They are
want to
not
operate a shopping
daycares
mall,
for teenagers.
go buy a store at Ocean City. If you want to operate an amusement park, then go work for Six Flags. Like, seriously, if they had an SS free spin here, I would be very, very happy. Why didn't I think of that earlier? Now, what would it be called?
Like Selim Bassoul even said that he doesn't want to invest in rides. Then what are you going to do at the parks?
I can understand, like, guest improvements could be another thing that they could definitely invest in. Like, they could probably do better with operations. Like, they could have better staff, better food.
Well,
That's one thing, but
well, I mean,
here's
yeah,
one
but
thing.
like
You should build,
when you're
like, a
increasing the
marketable ride.
prices to get into the park, who the heck is gonna go
It's
besides
supposed to be the discount chain. That's what it was founded upon ever since Six Flags Over Texas opened in 1961.
It's
It's
actually
for
a good
families who
system.
don't want to go to Disney World. There's nothing wrong
It's
with that system.
actually a
It's
good
perfect.
system.
But when you're making the same price Cedar Fair while providing less of an experience, people aren't going to want to come anymore.
Exactly.
Did you not think
Make
about
it
this?
make
Did you do
sense.
any
Make it
research?
make sense.
I only took a few economics classes in college, and I think I know more about operating a music park than Selim Bassoul! Why are you increasing the prices for the parks? We're not adding anything new. Just make a marketable roller coaster. Doesn't have to be fancy. Doesn't have to break any records. It just needs to be somewhat cool, and save up for that, but also set aside a couple $1 million to improve the food, to improve the general experience. So the ride will be to get people in, and the improved guest experiences could be to make
Also
them want to
improve
come
staffing.
back.
Also improve staffing, because Six Flags parks are extremely understaffed.
I remember driving in over here, wait, not early this month, last month. That was not fun. That was not fun. I'm not trying to pay the toll booth to go eastbound on the Bay Bridge. I'm trying to get into amusement park. I mean, there seems to be nothing wrong with
Exactly.
this setup,
Like-
but like only 2 of those booths were actually open. Really?
Yeah,
You could have
like-
made a couple of them automatic. You could say automatic. Please have season pass or parking ticket ready. No cash. Easy. Easy. There's preferred parking here. No one uses that. Why would you pay 30 extra bucks to prevent yourself from walking like 2 more minutes? Just discontinue that.
It's not even that big of a distance. The parking lot is tiny.
Yes, absolutely. And also, make it so
And it
these
never
actually run.
overflows into like other parts unless you get there on like a weekend in the middle of the day.
Yes, absolutely. And these make it so that they actually operate. Thank you. We could have
Yes.
really enjoyed that.
Yes.
But of course, if you do
I mean,
general...
I enjoyed my magic last year with the wave opening. But I
something,
wanted
but-
the other rides to open. I wanted the other water park attractions to open too.
Absolutely. Like, this is about the same size as, like... Well, actually, it's a little bit smaller than Waterworld. That isn't included with the admission for Waldemere, so we paid the extra price. And we actually had a better time here than at this one. We are more satisfied with our purchase. We would rather go spend 40 bucks to Waterworld than go
And
here for
also,
free.
my receipt number was 666.
That too! Wow. You don't have to do that, of course, Six Flags, but of course, if you do genuine guest improvements, the only people who will
Six
come
Flags.
back are people who, like enthusiasts who would actually come back anyway. Get something to get people to come, and
Yes.
then they will enjoy their experience, and then they'll want to return. It's not
Yes.
just enthusiasts being complaining enthusiasts. I actually thoroughly believe that something could be better here. But if not,
Absolutely.
you can go through this. But please don't take it literally. Only use it as like a last resort. Although it would be funny to bring Roar to the playground. But I'd rather see it RMC. That's one thing you could do. RMC Roar. That'd be like a solid $8 million. You probably spend more than that on Superman Ride of Steel adjusted for inflation. You probably did. So you could do that.
They probably spent more than $8 million on like half of the coasters here. even with a lot of them being relocated.
Yeah, this doesn't seem cheap either. Oh, and Whistle Stop Park,
Let me see.
that was closed last time, which it was fine with me, but like, don't have like 2/3 of your rides and stalls closed all the time. You don't want to operate, take it down, put some trees there. You just put trees there. And Batwing, I would imagine by now you spend like 2 or 3 times the cost of the ride just keeping it operating. Great job with that. Just please get up, but if you can afford that, you can afford an SNS free spin right here. But what do we call it? Let's see. We can't call it Superman or
I
DC's
have
Batman
a
the Ride
fantastic
or Joker.
idea.
What?
I have a fantastic idea. I was looking at RCDB, and since it's a 40 free spin, I think we should call it Two-Face the Flip Side. Paying homage to the Vekoma and Vertigo that used to be at the
It's
park.
two-sided. You could
And it
program the
flips.
sides to.
It's literally perfect. Yeah, you can make it like Dragon Slayer, where the two sides are like different.
Yes.
That would be incredibly
I was thinking the same-
marketable.
Oh my god.
That would be so marketable. That would be great. I would love to see that.
Wow.
Like, legitimately.
And you know something? I'm halfway through college. Derek is just starting college. He got the idea that Selim Bassoul can't. Bassoul, if you can't take this seriously, please resign. Like, look at Six Flags profits in the peak of the summer. Not great. But if you can make
It's not
Two-Face
a
the flip side here,
transitional period. You made changes, and the changes are now having an effect on your revenue.
yeah, in the time where people want to go back to parks again, since COVID is mostly over. Or so we've been told.
But not
Or
for
for
long!
So in that short time, please build an SNS free spin right here called Two-Face the Flip Side. Then that will easily give you forgiveness for Two-Face the Flip Side not working here. Right.
And SNS
And those
free
apocalypse
spins
trains
are
there, just
usually
give them to
pretty
Six Flags
reliable.
over Georgia. You don't need them there. I mean, it's cool to see, but you don't need them.
Right. Sell them to Six Flags over Georgia.
Also,
They
get
can
rid of
use them.
Firebird and build a Railblazer clone.
Yes.
And RMC Roar.
Yes.
Keep Mind Eraser open just long enough
For me to ride it.
for Derek to ride. Tear it down and get a new generation Vekoma suspend looping coaster there. I'm thinking of these on the
I
spot.
don't know if they do compact mod. I don't know if they do compact models though.
Well,
But I'm
Vekoma
sure
is actually a great
Vekoma
company.
could
I'm
probably
sure they
figure
could
it
do it.
out the space, yeah.
Yeah, they could
Yeah,
probably
they could.
do it.
I mean, they fit Leg Coaster into a pretty small spot, I think.
Absolutely. Like, what else could be done? Retheme Whistle Stop to Tom's the Tank Engine, please.
Right.
That
I think you should keep Superman and Joker's Jinx.
yes, keep this. Keep this. These seem fantastic.
Keep Wild One too.
Yes, that is here
will
to
not
stay.
be going anywhere.
Rage Cajun is alright as well. You can keep it there definitely. As well as Great Chase.
I think it's a good fit, but it's just alright.
You can keep Great Chase there too, but if you were to get rid of it, give it to over Georgia. They need it the most. We thought of these ideas on the spot, and already doing a better job than Selim Bassoul. Seriously?
Except we don't have the funds. But not for long.